Hey guys, welcome. So I just wanted to tell a story here. Today, Patchie almost drowned. So we were in this by this big river. You guys can see it, and this link below. The river that she was swimming in, and for some reason she wouldn't get out. She wouldn't go onto shore. She just kept swimming, kept swimming. She swam for about half an hour. Half an hour, this dog swam. And she swam, from what I seen, was basically full velocity, slowing down. Sometimes her head would dip in a little bit, and she couldn't get out. The water was really cold. See, in the region that I am in, things are still really cold. So I was getting really scared, and my girlfriend was also getting really scared, and basically she tried jumping in, and her shoes were weighing her down, her stuff was weighing her down. She didn't really think about it. So I ran up the stream a little bit, caught up to the dog a bit. I tried jumping in, and as well, my clothes were heavy. So this is all quick, very quick. It all happened very quick. And Patchie kept swimming. She kept swimming, she kept going, and I literally thought that she was going to drown. And I managed to run up to this little area of the river that was really flat, and it was a place where she could possibly land more appropriately. And she came to me, and I went in part of the way, and I was able to grab her. And I believe the reason why she couldn't get onto shore is because she's a good swimmer, but the thing is that she doesn't really know how to turn. She doesn't really know how to navigate that well in the water. The water doesn't have a strong current or anything like that, or as far as I know, it doesn't really have a strong current. It looks really calm. It just looks like a really deep river, but it's not like a strong flowing river. It's almost like a river that's flowing very steadily, through the little bit of gravity that it has. And that's where Patchie was. And you can see the link below of the river that she was in. And every time she swims in that river, she has a little bit of trouble. But for some reason, this time, she just couldn't get out. She tried getting out. I could hear her whining. I could hear her breathing very hard. I could hear water getting in her nose and in her mouth. And it looked like it was a pretty excruciating experience for her for the last 8 minutes of that ordeal. Because the first part, she was nice and strong. It looks like she just wanted to be in there. But then you could see that she was trying to look for the shore. But for some reason in her mind, she didn't really understand what I believe was the concept of really turning and going towards the shore and trying to mount or trying to cling on the side, or just trying to dismount and then trying again and trying again. From what I've seen with her is that she looked over to see where there was shore, but it was just something. It was like a mental block. She just kept looking forward. She kept looking in front of her. She kept looking for the end. But this river, there is no end to this river. This river goes for miles and miles and miles and miles all across the region that I am in. It basically goes through an entire state. So this river would have went forever until she would have reached rocks or rapids, but she would have drowned way before she would have reached the end of that river or anywhere more calm, where she just could have reached the end. But in her mind, she thought that swimming forward was the way to go. And that's how basically my dog almost drowned. So my girlfriend went in, I went in, and Patchie kept swimming on. And I wouldn't have been able to catch up to her because she's a very powerful and fast swimmer. So she's swimming basically as fast as I'm kind of jogging. So I'm kind of jogging like a little bit, and that's as fast as she's swimming. And the water's really cold. The water's really heavy, and all the clothes that we had, we couldn't take off our clothes right away because there was a lot of prickles, rocks, and jagged areas. There's a lot of hooks in that water. So in order for us to keep up to Patchie, we had to keep our shoes on. We had to keep our stuff on because there was a lot of prickles. We can't just run naked and miss our opportunity. And the dog's swimming way faster than us. especially in cold water. You know what I'm saying? And then if you make one mistake, so for us, it wasn't really easy just jumping in and getting the dog because of how fast the dog was swimming, and also what we had on. If we would have taken our chance to take off our clothes, so what my last attempt was going to be, and I would have done it. I would have fought for my dog. I would have drowned for my dog. I would have done whatever to save my dog. Not drown for my dog, but that's a possibility when you're trying to get your dog and you're trying to save its life and you're doing everything you can to save your dog. What if there's water in its lungs? It's already in the water, submerged in it, and it can't breathe. It's the gravity's taking it down. Now you're trying to drag this dog up, in water that's not favorable to your conditions. So what my last attempt was going to be was to strip naked. Was going to run way ahead, and I was going to just basically strip naked, and I was really just going to swim forward and grab my dog. Anticipate it the best I could. But dogs are dogs. They find their way, and that's what Patchie eventually did. She found her way, but I had to help her out with that, and it was a really, really scary moment. So, for being a person who I have like a lot of experience with dogs, but when it came to this particular scenario, I didn't really have experience with it. I didn't know what was going to happen with my dog. I didn't know if my dog, was going to drown or if it was going to live. It was in there basically for about like half an hour. This dog just kept swimming, and we were just kind of like watching it, trying to like tell it to come on shore. At first it was okay, it was swimming for the ducks, just having fun, being a coonhound, and coonhounds are powerful swimmers. They're good swimmers. They have water races, but just the amount of time that it swam, it was just way too much for us, and we felt that we had to go in, and I just wanted to share that with you. Rex over here, what he did is he tried swimming for her. He tried going in. He wouldn't let her go. As soon as he realized that she was in, he got off the rabbits that he was chasing around and ran right to her and began to bark, 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 try to go in parts of the river, but he just got out again. He's a stronger dog. He's a stronger swimmer. He's more tall. He's more experienced and older. So he was able to get in and get out, get in and get out. But there was nothing that he could do. But still, he felt that sense of urgency, that sense that he had to do something, and that's just one thing that I noticed in my dog. So I'll show you Patchie right now. Here's Patchie. And when she came out, she didn't really look tired. She was looking in the river again, almost like she wanted to go swimming again. Almost like she was determined on flushing out those ducks for me. And she was just playing, having fun. We're just having a nice time in this foresty area where it's off leash. And this is just what happened. It was really scary. So she is pretty tired, and this is the third time in a row that she's done marathon swimming, because before she kind of had the same issue, but she was always able to get out, so we didn't really think much of it. This time she went in. It was in the back of my mind, but this time for some reason she wouldn't get out, and she just didn't look comfortable. I didn't have my camera with me. Even if I did have my camera with me, I wouldn't have pulled it out to film, to be curious of what was going to happen next. I was just concerned for my dog's safety. And if you guys can share your comments and let me know what your experiences are, what you guys can tell me about it. Is it okay? Do I just let my dog, find its natural course? Look at the link below at the kind of river it was. You know what I'm saying? Was the edges too deep? You know what I'm saying? Were they too steep? Would she have been able to get out? Being a puppy who's only swam like that 3 times in a row in her life, like severely. She's swam through like little ponds before, and across little creeks, and so has Rex. and little lakes and stuff like that. But when it came to this was just really scary. And I just want your guys' advice on it. Like, do they find their own way out? Someone stopped and said, "Oh no, dogs will find their own way out." Yes, for sure. But did I have reason to be concerned? My dog was disappearing out of sight. But was it wise to chase my dog? Of course it was. I believe that I did the right thing. I believe that I did everything that was correct. And if it was a little excessive, well then whatever. I'll do it all over again. Like, drowning for your dog is not exactly the smartest thing in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to let nature take its course, but I would have done everything in my power to have ensured that I would have saved my dog's life, including even risk my own life. And I did risk my own life, and my girlfriend risked her own life. And when her shoes got heavy, I actually had to pull her out. It was a safe situation for her. And she just jumped in suddenly. She made the decision. And then that's when I realized, well, I'm going to probably have to jump in as well. And it's just the kind of thoughts that went through my mind. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So there's Patchie. She's a Redbone Coonhound. Rex, the other dog you saw too, he's a Redbone Coonhound. And for all of you who follow this channel and know who my dogs are, and please comment and share your experience, especially the Coonhound community. What do I do at that moment? What do I do when that's happening? What do I do? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video and for the feedback that you're going to give me, and just let me know. Anyways, guys, until next time, you take care and goodbye. You okay, Patchie? Huh? You okay, buddy? Huh? Buen perro. Say goodbye to YouTube. Okay? Buen perrito.